He's big and he's brown, the big brown breakdown.
Brendan Big
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Monday morning, May 11th. We are so back, fam. The UFC is back. It's a UFC summer. It's a white boy summer. It's a white boy American summer. Strickland got it done. Strickland freaking got it done. Doesn't it feel like the old days right now? That we have something to be excited about. You got great fights coming up. It's just a good time to be a UFC fan, man. It's a good time. And I knew this fight was going to kick ass because it translated from hardcore and online stuff. It translated to the casuals. I can't tell you. I know how big a fights can be. If I'm at the baseball field and before the fights, Dad's like, who do you got tonight? Oh, man, you think Strickland can get it done? Man, how about Khamzat? And it's like, whoa, these dudes who check out, 1 out of 10 fight cards are talking about. I'm like, this can be big, man. This can be big. And then I knew it was going to be extra big, too, because Sunday, right? It was a tournament. We had a tournament Saturday, Sunday. T-balled out for his mom on Mother's Day, threw a no-hitter through 5 innings. Not a big deal. But the thing is I knew this was going to be a big thing because come Sunday, I got 5 people telling me they thought Strickland won, 5 people telling me Khamzat won. I'm like, they did their job. They did their job. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm some oracle, okay? I did go 5 for 5, but I'm not some oracle. Who knows? Listen, the fight game's tough, and you're damn right. I don't get a lot of them right. I get the majority of them right, despite what you read online. But with the Strickland fight and Khamzat, like as soon as that fight was announced, whenever there's a big fight announced, me and Rogan will discuss it, or Rogan's my only friend who's balls deep in it like me. So I go, as soon as it's announced, I go, ooh, we got one. And I go, Strickland has a chance. And he goes, 1,000%. That being said, I think by us going, oh, he has a chance, is going against the narrative where everyone just thinks Khamzat's going to blow the doors off of him. Because that's what the majority of the public or the fan base thinks. And I'm like, hold on. Stylistically, Strickland poses a lot of issues for Khamzat. And I think for an armchair quarterback Sunday viewpoint, people are going, man, Khamzat kind of has some holes in his game. If you've been following Khamzat long enough, he deserves the hype. But if you've been around the game as long as I have, and as long as a lot of other people, there are signs that he's not this indestructible, once-in-a-generation talent. As far as it goes in the octagon, there's been some question marks that you still need answered before you go, he's that dude. He's that dude who's going to go on a generational run. Nobody's going to beat him. And those questions haven't been answered. So it's okay to have questions. It's also okay to believe the hype. I think I added to that hype. Then you guys know in training, Khamzat's the most dominant fighter I've ever seen. To this day, I still stand by that, the most dominant fighter I've ever seen. That being said, that doesn't equal most dominant fighter I've ever seen in the octagon. Never said that as far as training goes. So I think one of the issues Khamzat's having is the domination and the risks that he takes in training and the confidence he has in training. We're not seeing inside the octagon. So he's first team All-American in practice, and he's really good in the octagon, but it's not translating yet. And how many fights do you have? 15, 16? Which is, compared to a guy like Strickland has a lot more experience than he does. So I think, obviously Strickland has a lot more experience, has a lot more fights under his belt. He's been in bigger fights. He's been champion. So I think for Strickland, what you see in practice is exactly what you're getting come fight night. With Khamzat, he hasn't figured that formula out yet. And the other issue Khamzat has, and one of the reasons I was picking Strickland for this fight, is because I know in Khamzat's mind, in his camp's mind, he was getting big to fight at 205. Because before he signed the Strickland fight, his goal was to jump to 205, and that's what the UFC wanted for him. And then Strickland stuff happened. He beats Fluffy, and they're like, oh, hold up, pump the brakes. We actually need you to fight at 85. So that kind of changes things, especially when a guy who has struggled in the past with endurance and cardio issues, when you add muscle, that doesn't make for a better cardio performance. So when I know a guy's put on muscle and mass, and then we got to strip that back down, it's going to make the weight cut extremely tough. Okay, that's a feather in the cap for Strickland. Okay, that's check. That this can be good for Strickland. And then obviously I have close friends in the UFC. Man, the text I get, dude, weight cut, nightmare. That's all I got, nightmare. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, if I'm betting, put some more chips in Strickland's corner, because, again, my whole breakdown of this fight was if Strickland can survive that first round, he's going to get taken down. He's going to take every single person he ever fights down in that first round. He's going to get Strickland down. Can Strickland survive? He can. He can. And what I tell you, so I think he got taken down how many times? 7 or 9 times or some shit like that in the first round. And then what I tell you, in the second round, if that even cuts in half, or if he gets down by 2, this I'm telling you, it's momentum for Strickland. And how'd it go? 9, I think 2 or 3.
Well, it was 9 total throughout the fight.
9 total of the fight. But that first fight, it's like the first round, there's multiple takedowns. But again, the knock on, we need takedowns. But the knock on Khamzat is he's an amazing grappler. Amazing grappler. And again, in training, I've seen him finish guys. But that tenacity hasn't translated inside that octagon for whatever reason. He's worried about, if he goes for a finish, he doesn't get it. His cardio, it's just that blood in the water is not there, man. It's just not there. I need it round by round, Chin. Yeah, so back to Khamzat. So one of the issues Khamzat has is he's going to take anybody down. Anybody in the world, even 205, I don't give a fuck, 205, 185, they're getting taken down. But what are you doing with that takedown? He doesn't have ground and pound to inflict serious damage. He really isn't going for submissions. His goal is to get to your back, ride your back. If he can get his hooks in and sink in a rear naked choke, that's what he's going to do. If that doesn't get done, he's kind of just there, He's kind of just there. And he's just not a threat. And for those of you watching the fight, if you scored for Khamzat, one thing that you're not taking consideration is you're going, well, but Khamzat got the takedowns, but Khamzat got him down, but he's not doing anything with those. And as the judging gets better, a takedown isn't an end-all be-all, especially if you take the guy down and he pops right back up. It kind of nullifies that. And so I think in some of those rounds, people are going, yeah, but Khamzat was the aggressor and he took him down here. And you're like, but he's not doing shit with it. He's not doing anything. And he's getting jabbed the piss out of his face. And he's just landing. And when you talk about significant damage done, this is the other thing you're going to hear. If you're on the Khamzat camp side and you're a Khamzat fan, which I'm still a fan, but he lost that fight. But if you're a Khamzat fan, a lot of you will go, significant damage done. I got news for you. The most significant punch landed in that fight was by Sean Strickland. I don't know if it was the 3rd or 4th round, But Strickland hits him with one of the few right hands, and he flash knocks out Khamzat. This isn't conspiracy. This is a fact. It's the most significant punch in the round. I'll have to go through it. I've watched the fight 3 times now. It's either the 3rd or 4th round. Sean clips him, and Khamzat, if you're not paying attention, or you're talking to your boys, or you're grabbing a fucking pepperoni pizza, you might have missed it. He hits him. Khamzat goes and stumbles a little bit and then keeps coming forward. It's by far the most significant punch, bar none, in the fight. Not the broken nose to Sean. No, I'm talking as far as flash, clipped, about to go out. That's Sean Strickland. And the amount of jabs and activity that he did, first round's Khamzat. That's easy. You know what else is really easy? Second round Strickland. There's no debate there. 2nd and 5th round for Strickland, there is no debate. There's nothing there. There's no argument to be had. There's no good take. There's no good perspective. If you don't give Sean 2 and 5, well, fuck my mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. We can't even have a conversation. So 1 Khamzat, you got it. 2-5 is Strickland without a doubt. There's no ends, ifs, buts about it. It's 2 and 5 to Strickland. So in order for you to come up with the means how Strickland won this fight, it's 3 and 4. It's 3 and 4. You're going to give Sean 3. And 3rd round, I'm almost positive, is the round where the most significant punch in the fight is landed, and he also outstruck him that round. And he also defended takedowns. So when you put all that together, it's a pretty clear indicator that Sean won this fight. Sean won this fight. One of the advantages Sean had is a lot of the division, not everybody, a lot of the division, especially the public, has this boogeyman vibe. And it's warranted. Khamzat's a scary dude. But Sean has trained with him. So he knows how the magic is done. He knows how the hot dog's made. He's not buying into this. This guy's untouchable. This guy's this beast. This guy's never lost a round. Sean's like, I've trained with him. He's good. He's just another dude. He's really good, but he's human. So Sean has an advantage there. And it's a huge advantage because everybody else that Khamzat fights, there's this unknown, mysterious Chechnyan fucking monster. Sean's been in there. He's been in the training room. He's seen him probably lose some positions, probably get a little tired. To Sean, he's good. He's a world-class guy, but he's just a guy. And that's such an advantage for Strickland. Such an advantage. If I'm Khamzat's camp today and they're sitting around the table, and I'll talk about their corner, but we'll get to that. Remind me to talk about their corner. But if I'm Khamzat's team, manager, coaches, and we're sitting around and we're at this table, right? And we're like, man, what the hell? Where did we go wrong? What can we do? What can we do? I would say number one is just being a really good grappler, wrestler is not enough in 2026 in the UFC. Guys are really, really good getting up. Even if they don't have a wrestling background, they're really good at getting back to their feet. Okay, so we're going to get guys down, but we're not winning fights by just taking people down. For Khamzat, we got that. Check. Getting guys down, fucking check. We can do that, clearly. My emphasis, if I'm Khamzat, is when we get them down, that's when the significant strikes should start to roll in. We got to get better at ground and pound and making them pay once we do get them down. And if it's not done through ground and pound, we have to look for the finish. And then Khamzat might go, yeah, I know, but my cardio. So that, boom, now we're talking. This is a therapy session with Khamzat. I'm his therapist. I'd be a terrible therapist. But so The reason why you're not expending energy down there and going for the finish, whether it's ground and pound, elbows, and we can do 12-6 elbows now. Buddy, what are we doing? We have 12-6 elbows now. No elbows? The fuck you doing? What are you doing? So we got no elbows. You're inflicting no damage down there. And then you're also not going for finishes. Unless you get the back and then we're kind of playing grab ass, trying to choke the guy out. It's not happening. Why? And he goes, if I do go for a submission, man, I'm worried about my cardio. And then, like that second round, I was like, oh my, that's so embarrassing to me at that level. That's it. You went to your back after you a failed takedown attempt. He just flops to his back. I'm like, oh, he's cooked. He's cooked.
Yeah. Real fast.
So hold on. I would say my thing to Khamzat, if I'm in his camp, what are we doing where you're so hesitant to go for a finish, where you're so hesitant to land vicious strikes in the ground and pound? And he's going, my cardio. Okay. And then his cardio coach, who's one of the best, he trains him out of his garage. He's trained TJ Dillashaw and Aaron Pico, and he has a whole resume of studs. And I see this even at the youth level. I see this all the time, right? I coach football, baseball. I see this all the time. Because you're really good at throwing kettlebells, or because you're good at the foot ladder drill, or because you can, flip the tire and you get your heart rate up for whatever it is, 15 minutes, however the fuck you're doing it, or you're doing these lunges or these wall squats. All that's good, and I'm sure you're crushing that, Khamzat, and anybody else in that garage doing all the work. I got news for you, though. That's not fighting. If you want to get good at fighting, you know how you get good at fighting? By fighting. If you want to build your cardio up in the grappling department, do you know how you get better at relentless takedowns like Marab? Do you know how you get to that level? And I know you guys know this. You know how you get to that level? By fucking wrestling. Not the foot ladder drill. Not tossing fucking medicine balls. Not doing the aerodyne. All that stuff is a supplement to what you're doing. And it's good to mix in, especially when you're at a high level. But if you want to get undeniably great cardio and you're a grappler, the only way to get there is by doing that. Just that. Fuck your ladder drill. Fuck the medicine balls. Fuck the science. Fuck the cold tubs. It's meat and potatoes. You don't need to hire some specialist who's charging fucking $20 a camp. You don't need some special dietitian. You know what you got to do? You get to fucking work. You get the baddest wrestlers in the world, which you have access to, and you grind, my man. Shot after shot after shot. And then you have a mitt guy there holding mitts. Shot, mitt guy, shot, mitt guy, shot. One after the other. But we live in this world where everyone's trying to overthink everything and bring in the newest fad and the newest technology. And it's all bullshit. You think Strickland's doing all that? Why is Strickland's cardio so good? Do you think it's because he hooks himself up to all these digital devices and he's at the fucking PI and he's running on there like pretty good, 2 more minutes? Do you think it's because he has someone doing blood work and checking his lactic acid levels? That's all smoke and mirrors. Sean has great cardio because he spars nonstop. His cardio comes from doing what his job is. Your job is not CrossFit. Your job is not throwing fucking medicine balls. Your job is not to take a hammer and bang a fucking tire. And when you figure that out, that none of that is going to get you a UFC belt, my God, dude, we're going to be cooking. And I see this across the board at the youth level. This dad has his kid doing fucking foot ladder drill 6 days a week. The kid fucking hates it. He has him going to private training, jumping jump boxes, doing all this shit. Has him tossing medicine balls. Then we got on the football field. He goes, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. He's dropping balls. His out and up doesn't look great. But aren't you're doing foot ladder 5-6 days a week? He goes, yeah, I don't. I go, but you know what you're not fucking doing? Playing football. So your son's the best at exercising. That doesn't equal results to the specific sport. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It does not. But guys think they get this false sense of confidence. And I'm sure Khamzat's busting his ass in that garage, and they're comparing his numbers to TJ and Aaron Pico, and they're like, dude, at your size though, dude, you have better VO levels than fucking TJ Dillashaw. Yeah. When it comes to doing battle ropes, how are your VO2 max levels when you're fucking shooting 13 double legs in a row and have to chain wrestle this monster, and they're fighting back and they're reversing you, and you got to create scrambles? That's it, dude. That's it. And Strickland, and people want to go, well, man, that fight wasn't that exciting, but that motherfucker's champ off a jab and a fucking smart IQ and hard work. He's not doing anything fancy. He's not in there throwing these spinning back kicks and spinning elbows. He's sparring. He's getting his heart rate up. He's doing what his job is. There's nothing fancy. But this day and age, and I see it trickle down from the fucking youth level up. This day and age, everyone wants to add in this new technology and, oh, man, have you heard of this peptide? And, oh, man, if you would get in this cold tub, shut up. We're not reinventing the fucking wheel here. You get good cardio by doing your goddamn job. Not some fancy coach in his garage, not your fight fancy camp, the fancy camp that you're fighting at. None of that. None of that. That's his number one problem. When I see a guy in the second round of a 5-round world championship fight, you got tired in the motherfucking second round? You got tired in the goddamn second round? Well, what the fuck are we doing? Sure as fuck not taking this serious. The second 6 minutes in the goddamn fight, and you've had how long to train for this? 6 minutes? Are you out your goddamn mind? And we're supposed to take you serious? And you're a fucking minus 600 favorite? Fuck you, dude. You better get your ass in there and work. 6 minutes? You got the whole fucking Chechnya on your back, and you give us 6 minutes and you go to your goddamn back? No. No one's taking you serious now. That's insane. And you barely did any work. Sean stopped one fucking takedown and you fucking quit. Now he answered back, but he was fucked from the get-go. After the first round, he was fucked. And that pisses me off. Crazy to me, dude. You're a professional, and you give me 6 minutes, and then shit hits the fan, and you jump to your back like a fucking cockroach? Insane to me, dude. Insane. Insane. And you got Sean Strickland there, just doing his thing. You know what he does? It's not fancy. It's not going to make any highlights. He's a bona fide fucking Hall of Famer off a jab and good fight IQ and hard work. The message for all the young kids out there is don't overthink it. Get in there, do the work. Fuck all the fancy stuff. Fuck all these high-level coaches that are telling you to, oh man, VO2 max and wear this and do this and run up that hill and do that. Fuck all that. Get to work. Sean Strickland doesn't come from a fancy camp, really, especially on his come up. Now he's Nick Six. He literally has I think the best coach in the game. And the proof is in the fucking pudding. Nothing's fancy. He doesn't let his fighters do anything they can't do. It's meat and fucking potatoes, dude. And Strickland comes from nothing. And I know Khamzat comes from war-torn country in Chechnya, and we talk about guys from fucking Dagestan, all that, and that's rough living. But there's rough living in fucking America. Hate to tell you, there's rough white kids. There's more poor white kids in America than any other race. And no one wants to speak for him. Strickland's one of those fucking kids. Strickland is beating the odds more so than Khamzat or insert any fucking other fighter from that Eastern European. Strickland's beating the odds. Abusive father, no resources, not a ton of athletic ability. Just tough with a dream and is willing to put the work in. Sean doesn't run a 4.440. Sean's not the biggest, most muscular guy. He's not really athletic. He's not super explosive. What is he? He's blue-collar hard worker. That's why you should like Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland is all of you. Sean Strickland is the majority of you. Not all of us have a 40-inch vertical. Nobody can relate to fucking LeBron James. Nobody can relate to Cam Newton, fucking Patrick Mahomes. You can relate to Sean Strickland. He's more like you than anybody else you see at a professional level. Again, doesn't run a 4.440, was never gifted anything, doesn't come from a fancy pedigree. If anyone's against the odds, if anyone's beating the odds, it's Sean Strickland. Not the story they tell you, the kid in Dagestan, the kid in Chechnya. It's Sean Strickland growing up dirt fucking poor against the odds in fucking California. I know that's not a fun narrative and no one wants to paint this picture. Sean Strickland should not be here. All these other Dagestani guys, Chechnya, all they do is wrestle. This is their plan. They have resources. They might not have a ton of money, but their culture is wrestling. Sean Strickland's in fucking California is not, and he did it. Not only did he do it, this is the magnitude of what Sean Strickland did. Not only did he beat fucking Izzy Adesanya, who's one of the highest, most elite strikers to ever fucking do it in all of the UFC, in the complete history of strikers in the UFC, that motherfucker's creme de la creme. He beat him striking. Let that sink in. No wrestling, zero wrestling, went toe-to-toe with world-class Izzy Adesanya and beat him. Cool, won his belt that way. Then loses the belt to DDP, which I thought he beat him the first fight, whatever. But then he gets beat up pretty bad in the second one, all good. And then they give him the top contender, Fluffy Hernandez, and he outclasses him, beats the shit out of him. Cool. And then he gets Khamzat, who is a world-class grappler. So polar opposite of Izzy, all striking. He beats him, gets the belt. Loses to DDP, wins two. You had Paulo Costa fight, right? Then Fluffy contender. Okay, not blowing anybody's doors off. Then you get Khamzat, the undefeated Chechnyan who only grapples. So the way he won his belts are the toughest ways to do it. Izzy, world-class striker, outstruck him. Khamzat, world-class grappler, beat him. It's insane, and you gotta give it up to him. It's fucking mind-blowing. He beat the odds more so than any other champ we've ever seen. Again, you're gonna hear the story about Francis Ngannou and fucking the blood diamonds and walking across the desert. That's a crazy story. You're gonna hear about these kids in Chechnya, war-torn country, came up for nothing. Those are fun stories. They're heartbreaking stories. The Dagestan kids, man, this is the only way to make it? Cool. Sean Strickland's that story, but he's American. He is not privileged in any fucking facet. He should not be here. And also, in both those fights, he was a massive underdog. He never gets the credit. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
I only have one note. In Newark, New Jersey, it's one of the only places in the country where 12-6 elbows aren't allowed. So, but the 12-6 comment, I don't know why they still go by.
Because I thought it was unified rules.
No, in Newark, New Jersey is one of the few places they don't allow it, which is weird because you would think that it would go, but I guess their commission has their own version of it.
Wow.
They said that at the beginning of during the prelims. I heard them talking about it.
That's news to me.
Because that's a problem. But besides that, I mean, spot on. I mean, I don't know if you agree with this. Sean might never be the GOAT, but he's the greatest underdog of all time.
Hands down, not even close.
I don't know how you the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah. And the level of difficulty, that's my thing. Like, GSP lost his belt to Matt Serra. It was a fluke. Then they rematch and beat the fuck out of him. You know, it's like for a guy to lose his belt and then get it back, and in these two extremes. So it's not like he just beat Joe Blow, who just got the belt. He beat the second greatest middleweight to ever do it at his genre. He beat him striking. That's crazy. Loses the belt, and then you're fighting a specialist, completely polar opposite, who's, we'll see how it pans out, but one of the greatest grapplers we've ever seen, one of the scariest guys. He beats him. It's bananas. Now, you might not agree with all the shit he says and all that stuff, but boy, did he sell a fight. This is the other thing. I'm on one today. I came in excited. This is the other thing. Let me know if it bothered you. And this is also why I bet even more on Strickland. Text my brother, put more money on Strickland. When I realized that we got the wool pulled over our eyes and they don't actually, there's no real animosity.
Oh, that part, yeah.
When you have more security guards we've ever seen, you had some bald guy in jeans.
Oh, and they dapped right before
Twice.
I went,
Twice, yeah.
So you have all that security, and then when they bring him close, I'm like, oh, they're gonna have to hold these two back. Oh, here we go. And so many people, dude, is this real? I'm like, they fucking hate each other.
It looked like
And
a
they get
prime
in there, it's
Tyson.
like, let's do it, brother. Oh,
Yeah.
so good to see, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck, we got hustled.
Yeah.
It bothered me. I went, it's manufactured.
I went, oh, that's weird.
They agreed to it. I went, oh, Khamzat's definitely going to lose. Because for Strickland, it's another sparring session. It's another day in the office. They've gone before. So now Khamzat doesn't have that blood red anger to go for the kill. He's cooked. Let's take a little break here, fam. Listen, you ever actually read what's in your toothpaste? Your boy here has to, because I have crazy sensitive teeth. I have so many teeth issue. So I got to be careful with what toothpaste I use. Some still hurt my teeth, or they make them too sensitive. So it's a nightmare for me to look at. And then there's also a ton of chemicals. You're putting all those chemicals in your mouth twice a day, unless you're super crazy and do it 3 times a day. Big Toothpaste has been selling you the same toxic formula for decades. Doesn't work for me, so I have to look for an alternative. That's where Van Man Company is changing the game with their miracle tooth powder. That's right, and people are ditching traditional toothpaste by the thousands. Van Man's tooth powder uses real grass-fed cattle bone hydropotatate, the same mineral structure as your actual teeth to remineralize the strength enamel naturally. That's what your boy needs. My enamel's all messed up, so I needed zero fluoride, zero SLS, zero foaming agents. It's completely edible because anything you put in your mouth should be. You don't want all those chemicals. You wake up without that gross film in your mouth because there are no foaming agents destroying your natural saliva production. Make the switch to real oral care your boy has. Go to vanman.shop/Schaub, SCHAB. Use the code Schaub for 15% off your order. That's vanman.shop/Schaub. Use the code Schaub for 15% off your first order. Van Man, real ingredients, no expectations. It works for your boy's crazy teeth.
It's actually something I wonder. Does Khamzat still have that? When he was younger, he had that rage in him, like, I'm going to kill everybody. I think as time has gone on and his heart is less in it, like it proves more like when Sean says, like, you're doing this because Kadyrov wants you to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's been a lot more chill over the past. I don't know if it's through age or just
it could be level of competition too. That's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, like, he beat Jin's boy, the Leech. He took out Kevin Holland. Good fighters. But elite? Has he ever blown the doors off you against the elite of the elite? I guess Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
But remember, Robert, I'm not taking anything away. That's a great win. Robert Whittaker came in with a pre-existing injury to his jaw. When he squeezed on his jaw, broke his teeth. So probably the Whittaker one, you're like, yeah, that was fucking ruthless. But outside that, like Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns. You know, the DDP one, you wouldn't blow the fucking doors off you, you know? So, besides Robert Whittaker, if you look at his like elite finishing capabilities, they're not there right now. Not saying they can't come there, but to your point, it's like, did he lose that kind of savagery in him, you know?
Remember I texted you before the fight too, where I said someone told me put the house on Strickland because Khamzat might have a head injury. I don't know if I believe that, but I do think that in that fight, he's never been so concussed before, because going into the 5th round, he actually asked his corner, he said, what round are we in?
Because he got clipped. Mm-hmm. So there's that. He got clipped. I'm telling you, I wish we could find it. He gets fucking clipped, dude, and goes.
He didn't know where he was.
He kind of goes like this and doesn't know where he is. I thought it was interesting too, his corner, especially in that second round, like, you're okay. You're okay, man. You're okay. It's 1-1, you know, and then it was all about striking. I was like,
well, Sean broke him. Sean broke his spirit, because that spirit of I'm going to keep on taking down, the way like Merab fights, where he's like, I'm just going to keep on spamming takedowns until I get you. I think he lost, because there's a certain point as a wrestler where like, if you know you start taking, he was taking terrible shots. He was taking shots from halfway across the mat.
Shots.
And like, that's when he got stuffed and pulled guard, was when he just took no setup, no nothing, thought he could just spring across the mat. And I don't even think he even had the confidence that he was going to take him down.
Confidence and cardio thing. Mm-hmm. Like the most impressive thing about Merab is it's just for 25 minutes, it's like,
he shoots doubles like Sean jabs.
Yeah. And because he just knows, yeah, I put it to work in. I know I can shoot 20 times and still perform. For Khamzat, it's like, oh, man, if they get out of the first, I'm kind of fucked.
Well, I think he lost a lot of confidence, too, in the first round when, yeah, he got him down pretty fast. But when he realized, I can't do anything to this guy.
But that's on him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the other, again, if you're betting, the other reason you'd go all in on Strickland, too, Strickland's never been finished on the ground.
No.
Ever.
There was never a threat. Like, even when Sean, they were screaming, oh, he's got his back, he's got his back. Sean looked like he was in the office.
He expected it. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah,
he's been here before.
We knew this first round was going to go like this. It's all good.
That's where he wobbled him. Yeah, that's where he wobbled him.
Is it the second round?
Yeah, you'll see once it refreshes. Boom, right there.
See that?
Yeah,
now, see his legs go out?
He's like this, yeah.
Yes.
I will say,
third or fourth, but it boom, and then you see his legs go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the most. Now I know there's no blood. That's the most significant punch in the fight. Khamzat never wobbled Sean.
In the end, he got him real good. I think it was the 5th round where he hit Sean. I went,
Yep.
Don't give this up because you're winning this round. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there too, which is, it's so ridiculous because they're like, oh, they didn't want him to win, and then there's he wanted to go up to 205, so he just threw this. No way.
No, that works.
Remember, because it's also a lot of cope. It's a lot of cope.
All the momentum from Khamzat, all the kind of scary unknown boogeyman hype, all that's gone. Mm-hmm. And now he tells Dana too, right after fight, goes, I'm done at 85. I'm going to 205 for the cut. I actually think you have more success at 205. Now, has he beaten Ankalaev?
You know who I want to see? I want to see him, Paulo Costa, because there's already real beef. They have actual beef. Because he slid into Paulo Costa's wife's DMs and said something about get with the real man type of thing. So Paulo Costa hates him, and he was celebrating after the fight too. That's a fight at 205 I want to see.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
And they're both 185ers.
185ers. I'd rather see him fight like a true, like,
205.
I mean, at his level, you just fight for that. You got to fight a guy like Ankalaev, you know?
I think he beats Ankalaev. When he's healthy,
How?
I think he's just a better grappler, and I don't think that he's going to be able to stop. I said this
finishes?
about Sean. I'm going to get shit. But I think Khamzat at a healthier weight.
At some point, you got to go, he's a great grappler, horrible finisher.
Yeah.
I mean, DDP and Crucifix for how long? It's like, and DDP gets up, his face is fine. It's like, at some point, it's like, can he get Ankalaev down? Absolutely. I just don't, especially with the bigger guy. Ankalaev can wrestle. It's kind of like, oh man, this could pose a problem.
I think
seems
he's
like
more
so drained though. He's so drained at 185
Exhausted.
now that when he does 205, it's possible.
Yeah, did
that
you
he
see
might
what he
be
looked
able
like
to-
after the
He was-
weight cut?
Yeah, that's why Brendan was like, "Oh fuck it, I know for sure now, like he's done."
Mm-hmm.
But if
205 might be the move for him. Here's my thing. Now that I know that there's no actual bad blood between them, I don't need to see this again.
Yeah, no.
If there was horrible bad blood, and let's say Khamzat was talking shit, like slapped him or something, and there was like
put the belt around his
that
waist.
bullshit. He put the belt, and they're like brothers, and it's like, oh no, I don't need to see that again.
No.
No.
He also, Khamzat doesn't want to see that again.
Nobody does, because that's like from a technical standpoint and game plan standpoint, I was entertained the whole fight. Like I love to see the chess match. As far as like pure entertainment, I have to see that again. I'm all set.
The only thing I wish I saw more of was like everyone's like, oh, he's just volume punching him and he's jabbing, But I would have liked to see, because Khamzat was so tired. I don't know if it was because Sean was a little more winded than he usually is, but he wasn't throwing body shots the same way that Van ended that fight by just throwing the body shots. Because when you got someone winded.
It wasn't Sean's best performance as far as his cardio performance either.
No. He was a little winded, I think.
Yeah.
Compared to the usual
Agreed.
Sean.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know if his corner wasn't saying it or not, but I felt like, you got him a lot more winded than he's not Khamzat's not a fourth and fifth round guy that he doesn't want to be there in those deep. So if you're hammering the body, that's going to really punish him more than just jab,
Agreed.
jab.
Agree. I don't. I mean, it was a close fight. I don't need to
I
see
think
a
he also
rematch.
wanted to hang on because I think in Sean's head, he knew he won that fight. So he kind of just wanted to play it a little
Don't open
safe
up,
in those
don't
late
give him a
rounds.
chance, yeah,
Because
I get
he wasn't throwing any kick, not barely any leg kicks at all.
You didn't want to get
no,
taken down.
because you don't want to get taken down. So I think that might have been why. But I just think and who am I to say, Sean, you should throw more body shots? But I just feel like I would have loved to have seen
it.
Because I think he would have
try and get him out there.
Yeah, because you jabbing him in the head over and over again. Yeah, it's getting through all the time.
Winning him rounds. That's what in his head he's like. It's money in the bank.
Yeah,
you can keep banking these rounds,
which is the safest that I've seen him really fight. Because he usually just like, I'm going to like do onto you what I want.
Like, come on, and that one.
Well, that was Well, Khamzat pointed down, and then he took Sean down in the later round. Yeah,
I'm not like dying to see a rematch, especially since I know there's no bad blood. I think Khamzat, with the weight cut issues, the cardio issues, clearly, or the mental issues,
I don't want to see him at that weight anymore.
But now it's like then at 85, Imavov.
Yeah,
he deserves it, but
I know who I want to see.
Strickland already beat him.
I know who I want to see. You might not think he's ready. Pfeiffer.
He needs one more.
But Pfeiffer, Sean Strickland, now that's a fireworks show.
That's a fun one.
Because they're not going to shoot takedowns.
That's a fun one.
They're just going to stand and bang, and it's going to be bloody.
That's a fun one. Yeah, the whole division. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
the boogeyman's dead in that division.
Nobody's more happy than DDP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you saw the look of relief? He was in the background because you could see Pereira and his coach like celebrating, and you see DDP in the background go, oh.
Yeah, it's a problem you don't have to worry about it anymore. He's like, all right, I beat Strickland twice. I think he beat him once.
I think DDP sees that as, I'm getting my belt back. Thank God.
that's what he said. He said after he was like, I guess I'm the champ now. I guess I'm the champ.
But actually,
the division, and that's why I said I like guys that create chaos. And Strickland did, because now that division is kind of in turmoil. It's like,
well, that's where
what do we do? Like to get numbies, it's like DDP, Strickland 3, I guess. Imavov that no one really gives a fuck about. It's kind of like the division's in turmoil now.
You know what's funny? Nothing shows casual more than when people try and do MMA math, because that's what's happening right now. They're like, you're trying to tell me that the guy who dominated DDP just beat Khamzat. It's like, yeah, it does. Like styles make fights, and it's just a different style.
It's so
sometimes that could be Sean's kryptonite is DDP's weird plot armor where he has
weird,
Toon Force,
dude. Yeah,
but at the same time, styles make fights, and that's maybe why I think Ankalaev could be a tough match, is because he's like a Sean where he could strike, and he's not as good of a wrestler, as Khamzat,
No.
but he is well rounded.
He's competent, and he, he's big.
Yeah,
and
he's
tough,
Hits a lot harder than
tough.
Sean does
and just
too.
Big, and never has cardio issues really.
No, Strickland's he's jab bush. He jabs the shit out of you.
But then also with Khamzat, like, the goal was for him to defend this belt. The plan was to defend the belt and then just jump to 205, which I just don't dig, man. It's not like you cleared out the division. It's like you've been so dominant, yet, man, I have nothing left to do here. I'm just going to go to 205. I think they have to defend the belt at least 3 times, and then they can jump. Now it's like you lost. I don't want to see a rematch. I don't want to see him versus DDP. Go to 205.
You have more insider knowledge than I do, so I don't know if there's any truth to this rumor, but the rumor was that Khamzat was gaining all that weight because he wanted to fight against Yuri, and because that didn't play out, he was like, "Oh fuck, I got to cut all this weight again."
That's why. Because remember, he doesn't fight a ton.
Because he lost 43 pounds for this fight.
Yeah, so which is so much for a guy like that. Because it's not like he's a fat dude.
No.
So that's what they tell me. And again, he's not a super active guy, so he likes a lot of notice. And the UFC told him, "Here's the plan. You're gonna fight Yuri 205, so get ready." So his whole thing, and they take forever, was bulking up, getting big and strong for 205. He got really big. And they're like, ooh, actually, fuck all that noise. We need you at 85. So then he's like, dude, I gotta cut basically 50 pounds now. And that's what you get.
Yeah.
He seemed like he was over the fight even when he was fighting. To me, that's how it looked like. He was just done with it. That's why he would, like, when it was over, he's like so happy to give him the belt and just be done with it.
Honestly, I love seeing him against a guy like Olberg. I love seeing him against a guy like Yuri. I think the people he will have problems with.
We'll see what his
Ankalaev.
first fight. If he's not there. But by the way, you guys, I know Brennan found it exciting, but did you find the fight exciting?
Not exciting.
Oh.
I wouldn't say excited. I was entertained at the strategic matchup and Sean Strickland kind of exposing Khamzat a little bit, and also the fight going exactly how I called it.
Oh, I mean, that's going to make you
I'll say this.
Sure.
I'll say this. Every time that I've seen Khamzat go from superhuman to human, and it's happened more and more as the like against Gilbert Burns, you kind of saw him become a little more human. Then against Usman, after the first round where he kind of swallowed Usman, you saw him become a little more human as time went on. Now the boogeyman it's not even a boogeyman anymore.
No, we know how the magic trick's done. And you're like, yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
good, but
It's like when you see how David Blaine does it, you're like, that's cool and all, but like,
it's cool. I don't need to see it again.
yeah, now I know how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quarter's fake.
Yeah.
Quarter stick.
Listen, when I started this podcast, it seemed like I had to figure it all out on my own as usual. Script, setups, filming schedule, logos, merch. It was super overwhelming, and every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed an answer. And when you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks, and that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer for millions of businesses. That tool is Shopify. Cha-ching! Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. It's 10% of all e-commerce in the US of A's. Big brands, household names, to small brands just getting started, they got you covered. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style. They got the best customer service, award-winning 24/7 customer support. Tackle all those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. Need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what the platform is hosting? The tool that you need. Everything is all in one place, making your life so much easier. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner. That's Shopify. And you're going to start hearing cha-ching. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Cha-ching.
I mean, that wasn't even my biggest. Throughout in that card, that wasn't even the one that drove me as crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And
The best fight on the card,
for the record,
bar none, is Joshua
Oh, my
Van.
God.
I got
shit
so
was
many
bad, man.
DMs about the Sean one, but I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, you picked Joaquin Buckley. Jesus.
Hey man, I didn't see the video until after the fight where Buckley goes, "Hey, I'm not really going to be training any wrestling for this fight or any jiu-jitsu."
That's what he said?
Yeah, direct to camera, and he shows a boxer. And he goes, "I'm going to be in here," and I went, "Why didn't I hear about this before?"
Hey, dude, 2 judges had 30-25.
It was bad.
Oh, it was like bully beatdown.
Yeah, I've actually one time a bully won in bully beatdown, so
Yeah.
it was actually worse.
Yeah, for Joaquin Buckley, you're talking devastating loss. It's one thing to go out there and you lose, but it's like, oh, you guys aren't even the same ballpark.
No.
This looks pro to amateur.
And that's still not the one that drove me the most crazy. I think you saw it on my story, and I think I texted it to you.
Which one? The Volkov? Coastal?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't agree with that decision. I mean, that could have gone either way. But Joshua Van, come on, dude. Tatsuro, like, I've never seen someone wrestle, because before that fight, I said I was like, I don't have enough data on Joshua Van. The data that I had on Tatsuro is that I knew that he's a good wrestler, and we saw in that fight that Joshua Van is susceptible to the takedown. What Tatsuro doesn't do is anything when he's on top of you.
Yeah.
It was the most romantic top control I've ever seen in my life. He actually would just hold him and just look at him directly in the eye.
Him and Khamzat have the same issue.
But it was one of those fights where, like, when you watch with your girl, they see wrestling and they go, well, that's kind of gay, isn't it?
Yeah, like fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, remember, this is the thing. Joshua Van didn't have a fight 5 years ago.
Also, hey, Tatsuro.
So new. That's how good that kid is.
His blocking with his mouth was phenomenal.
Yeah, he
Put your
decides just
hands
to
up,
block
dude.
things with
Put
his
your
face.
hands up.
He doesn't move his head at all.
He didn't do it. He didn't put his. He was fighting with his hands down the way King Green was.
But what a beast.
I know he
could
always
take
came
a-
back. That's what do you guys think about the freaking? Okay, I know. What do you think about the stoppage?
I was pissed, but also
I was fine with it. He was getting so much damage, lived to fight another day, and it's like, yeah, that would have got bad, man.
Yes, but he proved himself to keep coming back after everything that he's been through.
I
And he
agree with
wanted
that.
to come
Yeah,
back.
that
I
one
feel
was
like
bad.
he's taking it away from the fight. All the work he put in. Like,
Yeah, it
fuck.
is. It is weird.
I jumped
and
off the couch when they stopped the
Right,
fight.
like,
But then
It
as
is
I
weird
watched
in a
it,
championship fight to stop. Listen, if it's the first fight of the night or the third fight in the main card, but if it's a 5-rounder for a title, you kind of got to let that guy go on his
Please, yeah.
shield. Now he was getting fucked up, but
yeah.
clearly he's tough and he keeps coming back.
He came back from the first one where he was
I
destroyed.
was
He
going for
came back
Joshua
really
Van,
well.
so I wasn't mad at it. The other thing for Joshua
Same.
Van is his team just needs to do a better job marking him. I know
He's from Burmese, so he's Myanmar.
Myanmar.
He's
But he's
Burmese.
been living in Houston since he was 12 years old.
Yeah, he's like me.
if he came out with a Texas
You
flag,
guys are exactly alike.
Yeah, we're pretty
I
much.
just feel like he'd have so much more fan support if he came out with the Texas flag.
I still think not enough people have seen enough of him yet. Like, now you're starting to see more of him, but like, you didn't really hear much about.
I'll tell you why he's a problem is he doesn't have a ton of experience. You could tell skill-wise, besides the boxing, Tatsuro Taira is a much better
Way
mixed,
better, yeah,
mixed
technical
martial
fighter.
artist.
I've also-
but as far as straight up like talent and just dog tenacity, with only 5.5 years ago, this motherfucker was not even training, had 0 fights. In 5 years, he went from regular dude to #1 ranked fucking fighter on the planet.
yeah.
This is the only sport you can do that in, by the way.
See,
No other sport you can do that in.
I'm a Pantoja guy. I've been watching Pantoja since when he was on Ultimate Fighter and he dog walked Moreno in the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
And I like him a lot, and I think that he's so much of a harder fight
Oh,
Yeah,
of
big
course.
time.
because like his grappling is so
good at
good,
everything. Yeah.
and he also has so much more power, and his striking is so much better. I mean, he's not a better boxer than Van,
No.
but we also saw how easy it is to get. Van got taken down almost. I don't know what the attempts.
But he
to
has no
success.
The thing about it, he has no wrestling background.
Yeah,
Go
but that's a
down to-
problem when you go against a Brazilian
down?
Jiu-Jitsu
go
black
down.
belt.
When was his first fight?
2021 as a pro.
Bro, how fucking crazy is that?
His boxing is great, but he needs to work on his takedown defense because he was just getting taken down at will. And it was driving me crazy because I do think Tatsuro, if he actually was able to strike on top, like throw an elbow, throw a punch, stop.
Just not what those guys do.
No. And it was driving me crazy because I'm like, this would have been a totally different. Joshua Van got more punches, shots landed from bottom than Tatsuro got from top.
What's his background, Chin?
Let me see. Well, amateur bouts is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. You said his background.
So he only
is in-
started
Wikipedia.
6 years ago.
Oh,
Like, is it
what's up?
first amateur fight was in December of 2020?
Yeah.
21.
21.
Oh, sorry. Amateur, yeah.
Yeah, go to his Wikipedia. Background. So moved to Malaysia when he was 10. So the age of 12. So he was 12 when he came here. I get it. Why does it? Dude, and he's only a blue belt, which is fucking wild.
I wonder how much longer it's going to take for Pantoja to come back from the surgery. Because I think Joshua Van keeps the belt until Pantoja's healed, and then
Yeah.
we get Pantoja back.
Yeah, I think Pantoja will win,
And
unfortunately.
I actually like
Joshua Van has
That fight-
has that wild card where
Yeah,
he
he
hits
could
so
knock him
fucking hard and he's so game. He's also a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have all the miles. There's something to be said for that. And now, I think Ray Longo says this, when you become champ, you get 10% better. No matter what, you're 10% better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, when he beat Pantoja, when Pantoja arm fell off and he won the title that way, we didn't learn much about him.
Mm-hmm.
Now against Tatsuro Taira, you're like, oh fuck, this kid can fight. Has a long ways to go. This motherfucker can fight.
But my question is, how does he do against someone? Yeah, he's a better boxer than Pantoja, but Pantoja's not going to just stand there and just keep his face directly in front of you.
never know.
No head movement, not moving off the center line.
Never know. But if he does land, it's a fucking problem.
He hits hard. He hits
hard.
real hard for that weight.
Good cardio.
But, the same problem that someone Strickland,
Let me
he's
go,
no
go
Strickland
back to,
where
go,
he's.
Let me see the record for Joshua.
You take Strickland down, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have trouble finishing him. This guy, if
From the very bottom?
No, top.
Tatsuro had anything to do on top, he could have ended that fight a lot sooner. He could have actually ended the fight.
Roy Val's a phenomenal wrestler. Beat him.
Yeah, Raval is.
He's doing something right. Something's going on there. He's doing something right.
I think it was Teddy Atlas, Bren. That said something like
mean
once you're
champion?
champion, you're automatically this
10%
much
better, yeah.
Something like that.
I feel like you guys are hating on Joshua Van right now. Mainly Nick.
It's not even hate. It's just more of just like
You gotta realize he's only been competing at professional for
He's amazing.
5
He's
years,
incredible.
and just beat the number one guy in the world. And so I think we look at it, we're like, oh man, he needs to hold this up or he needs to fix this. And Joshua Van's team's going, we know.
it made me just lose more faith.
He got the belt while having those defaults. He got the belt while only wrestling. He's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And we're the champion. Like, think where he's at in 2 years. Think where he's at in 3
Yeah.
years. Because how old is he?
Sure.
Because Tatsuro
He's
Taira's been
26,
fighting since he was
I think.
fucking in diapers.
Well, hey man, at some point, learn how to ground and pound.
24, dude. Damn,
He's
that's super
24,
young.
dude. He's 24.
But against Pantoja, that's the only thing though. Like he's an incredibly talented guy, but fuck, Pantoja is just very, very skilled, and he's been around. He's a vet.
Look at the way Pantoja has dominated Moreno. Look at the way he's dominated. He
I
dominated.
hear you. I hear it. There's something about Joshua Van who figures it the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't just assume.
That being said, didn't Van beat Moreno?
Roy Val.
Or
Roy Val.
Roy Val,
but
who's
then
a
I mean,
monster.
Tatsuro beat
Yes.
Moreno.
Yeah. So it's like he's doing. I know on paper when you look, you're like, man, this kid has a lot of holes in the game. I hear you. There's something that makes that motherfucker undeniable in there. He's just a fucking dog. He's a dog,
Yeah.
and he's 24.
I think he has so much room to be great, but I just think that right now is still Pantoja's
He's great
era.
right now, Bubba.
Yeah, but I mean,
great.
But I mean, to keep on being better and
To
better.
have like a reigning dominant stint, yeah, he's gonna have to short up. But let's say Pantoja beats him and it's back and forth, or maybe submits him in the fourth round. Okay, how old's Pantoja?
he's getting up there.
That motherfucker
Yeah, he's
looks
all
every
over.
bit of 47.
I'll say this:
He's
though.
had some rough years.
If Van beats Pantoja, there's no one who is going to be able to. It's going to be a while till someone gives him that much of a challenge.
Yeah, he's 36 in the flyweight division. You might as well be
That's old.
56.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers have to stay fast.
So you're picking Van right now. If
I wouldn't bet against him. There's some X factor, being really young, probably a little delusional, and having crazy boxing and not having all the miles and being a blue belt. He's kind of like, fuck it, send it. And it's fucking working. There's some X factor there that the youth is on his side. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I do think that if Pantoja was not in his division, that I wouldn't see anybody even really giving him too much problems.
It's tough because even Brandon Royval, that was a great fucking fight.
That was fight of the night.
There's a few things you could tweak here for Brandon. He probably could have won that. At that higher flyweight level, it's like fucking gnats.
Yeah.
And it just...
They fight like anime. You can't even see half the punches.
It's like in Looney Tunes when fucking Tasmanian Devil's just in a tornado,
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? And man, just fucking in the chaos. That motherfucker's talented as shit.
And he's got power for someone at that weight.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
and then
That's been a problem in that division.
How about Tatsuro Taira has the simple jack haircut?
like that's what I'm saying. I was just gonna say like
Bring up
his hair.
simple jack. Bring up Tatsuro Taira.
He has the young Brian Callen haircut.
Oh, I wish. He has simple jack. Ben Stiller in Thunder Down Under, simple jack haircut.
Thunder Down Under. Yeah, and his hair every time he would get jabbed.
It makes it worse.
Yes.
I love you.
Wait, let's get a good picture.
Yeah, no, I need the current. You need the one from this fight because he's gone through some different hairstyles. Yeah, there it is. There's a picture of him getting dropped. It's such a bad picture.
Oh, that knocked out. This one. Or one of these.
That's the simple jack.
Yeah.
I know he's not Korean, but man, does he look like a K-pop star.
He does. He actually looks like a K-pop dude.
I'll tell you what, even a loss, he got way more fans. I have more people talking about him than anything else.
I mean, he showed so much heart because he got starched so many times and still refused to put his hands up.
Yeah, and that's why. Is
it dumb?
Is a little bit of an early stoppage. I was going for Vance, so I wasn't mad at it. But if I had money on Taira, I'd been pissed. Dude, championship fight, he clearly has a dog in him. You got to let the guy figure it out.
Yeah, if you get stopped and you still have the time to walk around and throw your mouthpiece, you're not out.
Yeah, early stoppage. But
Yeah, I don't like that stoppage. Damn it.
and then
I agree with you.
Bobby Green still didn't get a bonus.
No way.
They're like, hey, no bonus. We're gonna give you American shorts for your next fight.
You know what?
All this, that's like when you work a corporate gig and they go, listen, no bonuses this year, but Friday's crazy Hawaiian shirt day. You're all, well, okay, but I need the money.
I was watching the fights of my girl's dad, and my dad's girl. That'd be crazy. That'd be weird.
My dad wasn't home. Dude.
When he did that, I went, ooh, they're going to feed King Green to the Sharks. Because he called them out on the bonus thing. And Dana must have been like, I'm going to get you fucked up on the next one.
He like, oh, say less. I got you.
I'm going to give you a shark on the next one.
They listen. He got the 25 grand finish award, right? Anybody who gets a finish.
Did he get a bonus?
Well, if you get a finish, you get
automatic
25
now?
grand.
But did he get a bonus?
No,
But he got 25 grand on top because if you get a finish, you get 25 grand. But he should have got the 100,000. My argument is he shouldn't have got the 100,000. And I'm with Dana on this. He goes, listen, we talked about it in the back. It's kind of strength of schedule. Like he fought Jeremy Stevens, who's like 30-27. He's like, good win, no doubt. It's for the hardcores. But is that as impressive as Sean Strickland beating Khamzat or Joshua Van beating Tatsuro Taira or Sean Brady dog walking Joaquin Buckley? I don't think so.
If it was me and it was like, who are you giving the money to? I'm giving it to Joshua Van. That was the best fight. That was my favorite fight of the night.
By far.
Yeah, both of them though. I think both of them without a doubt.
And also the prelims.
Yeah, they got,
if
Joshua
you didn't
Van
watch the
Ness.
prelims, you fucked up. Like Jim Miller, the winningest fighter of all time, most guillotine finishes.
He's like Rocky. I
He's
love
taken,
watching him
I
fight.
think a year and a half off, longest stretch he's ever had because his son had cancer. I think it submits fucking Jared Gordon, who's no joke. It's not like they're just tossing him some fucking schlup. It's insane what he's doing.
No,
dude.
he's incredible.
And he just find another 5-fight extension.
Is there anybody who's more game to fight than Jim Miller?
Jim Miller, Robbie Lawler, like the only guys that,
it doesn't matter how old he is. He's still ready to go stand and bang.
Jim Miller, bona fide Hall of Famer.
He's just a regular dude too, like a farm boy.
Then that was it. Yaroslav Armasov.
Yeah, he's badass, man.
badass. That was the guy who was fighting the Ukraine war and
Yep.
shit. Had his
Belt
belt.
That was a
tatted.
great fight. And also,
Great fight.
cool name.
Hell yeah.
Then Gautier just fucking starch him, folks. They just keep tossing him fresh meat.
Amasov, is he, I forgot what they said his caliber of wrestling was, but he was nasty.
Nasty. And he can fight like some schlub. Like that guy fought, I think it was like 26-3. You look at the records, like, holy fuck, this is high level shit.
You know, Gautier, whatever, Ateba, he says he doesn't really work. He doesn't lift weights. He does it once in a while just because it's like fun or whatever.
Dude,
but
he could strike, but man, does he look like he has some holes in his grappling.
no,
Ton of
he's
holes.
just like a natural
Ton
dude.
of holes, and the UFC's been really smart with him, right? Like, because any guy, like, how many in a row now? Like, because from Dana White Contender Series, he's just starching folks. And anybody else at his level, what they're doing, they're going to toss to the wolves, but they're doing a great job with him.
Yeah.
He fought the Mexican guy from the Fast and the Furious movie in
Yep.
this fight.
Yep.
And that guy still was a little
No,
got a little
he has
trouble.
a long ways to go, but he's one of those promising prospects. But there's if they toss him like a real savvy vet, he'd be so fucked.
Yeah.
But they're doing great. So what is he? He's
You got to give it to the guy that he fought. I feel like they tried to treat him like a can, and he was like, "You're not going to treat me like that."
well. The fight before this went to unanimous decision when he fought on the Gaethje Pimlet card. That's the
10
only
fight win
fight that
streak.
went past the first round. Yeah, he has some holes in his game, and this last one went to the second round. But let him cook. Let him cook. Let's take a little break from just chatting about the Real Housewives of the UFC because this episode of the Big Brown Breakdown is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it super easy. Just drop in some details about yourself, see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes and could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states. Progressive. Let's get back to the program. Overall, good night of fights, my man. Good night of fights. Thursday show, we'll get into the Netflix MVP card, which is this Saturday.
Real fast, can we give a quick shout out to the Grant Dawson? Did you see his post fight interview?
No.
It was the funniest. Joe was like, "Man, you had this." I forgot what kind of way he did the rear naked choke, but it was different. And he goes, "Yeah, it was so awesome how you did that." And he goes, "I saw it on Instagram 2 days ago." And he's like, "I got to try this."
That's hilarious. That's great. Yeah, I feel like the Ronda Gina Carano, there is no excitement. There's no steam for it. And you can tell, like, they're telling I don't see a lot of Ronda stuff. I don't see, like, Nate stuff. I don't see Mike Perez, but I'll see Gina Carano stuff. Like, hey, guys, don't forget this out. You can tell, like, we're not trending in the right direction. You guys need to keep going.
You know what happened? It was real easy for them to stand out when we had UFC London happen and all those fights where MVP didn't really show off and all those fights. But then when you have Khamzat versus Sean and you have someone calling them terrorist and this and that,
Yeah, he just.
that got stuffed so far down that people are like, wait, when is that happening again? MVP?
Do you think as we get closer to this Saturday, the vibes? I think they're finding out, like, it's not a knock on Nate or it's not a knock on Francis, but the thing is like once you're out of that UFC bubble, it's really tough to get the people excited because they know that you're not in your prime. So and then with Gina, it hasn't fought in 16 years. Ronda's been out forever. So I promise you guys this: Netflix can go most watched MMA fight of all time. I'm going to question that. There's no momentum for this. They're going to tell you that. I will guarantee you it doesn't get more engagement, more traction than Strickland Khamzat, and it sure as fuck won't even sniff the level of the White House card.
No, and you got Ronda online selling tickets like she's an open mic comedian. Like, hey guys, come support.
She's like, they're only $88. People are like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But again, like when Francis fought on PFL, it sold like 14 pay-per-views. Like, he's never been that guy like must-see TV.
No.
It's just not there. Nate, his fight against Jorge, granted it was boxing, they didn't get paid because they didn't sell enough tickets. So that lure's kind of gone. Ronda's been gone for a hot second, then kind of turned everybody off. Gina, for the most part, the majority of the casual audience, they jumped on board during COVID. They have no clue who Gina is. So it's like, it's a perfect recipe for this thing to eat dick. But again, Netflix is going to tell you, oh, such a success. The problem is, I don't think it can compete because people are now more familiar with like the Jake Paul, the boxing, Canelo, Crawford stuff, but they've never done MMA. So, and I think putting your first foot out, which is this older vintage card, I think I don't know if they get in the business of MMA.
I got two things on that. Will they have as many eyes? Yes. Only because Netflix is the most common platform. So more people have it. So it's a lot more chance, like just numbers wise, for more people to see it. Will they even be, like you said, will they be as engaged? Not a chance. Not a chance. And I
also don't think the fights are going to be that good. That's the other thing.
It's that too. It's definitely that too. But the problem is it shows the power of the UFC, because when the UFC really starts cooking, you lose all interest in all other platforms.
Oh.
Because there's been times where people are like, oh, I can't wait to see Francis in PFL. Good, I'm glad he went over there. But then like that, around that time of year, the fight started really cooking and people went, when's Francis fighting again?
Yeah, people have to go, oh, Francis fighting right now. You're like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah. It's one of those things that you see on Instagram.
Yeah.
After it happens, you're like, oh shit, I totally forgot that was tonight.
Yeah,
you don't do that with UFC when the UFC is cooking.
Never. I don't feel no one's talking about it. No one's asking about the matchup. I mean, there's no hype for this.
No. When that was happening, I was like, I'm not booking any comedy shows for the same time that Khamzat and Strickland are fighting.
No.
If someone asked me to do this Saturday, I'm like, I could watch Ronda later.
I'll catch the clips.
Yeah, I'll catch you after my set.
Agree. What else you got, Chin?
So you guys already mentioned it, but right after the fight, Dana White said that Khamzat went up to him straight and goes, I want him to go up to 205. That's what he wants to do next. And then randomly, this happened later that night.
I think his team was probably like, hey, we should probably say something, you know?
So Khamzat tweeted out or X'd out that he tagged Strickland, go see you again, and with the look salute.
Now that I know the bad blood's fake, and it's like,
did he just send that?
That was like the late night, that same night, I think.
2 a.m.
Or the next day, yeah.
That's not true. I don't believe that for a second. Unless Strickland's going up to 205, I don't think they ever. No one wants.
That's why this is kind of weird to see that him do it. But Brett said this team probably just.
It's a pride thing.
That's his team being like, let's leave the door open. We don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm all set on that.
Yeah. So apparently they were the closest to the Conor McGregor. Their press conference was the closest to the Conor McGregor,
which is massive.
Yeah.
And I know it's cool to hate on the UFC, and like, remember New Jersey, like you'll see other outlets be like, look at these ticket sales. The sport's so in the dumps. It's the highest grossing gate ever at that Prudential Center. Mm-hmm. They sold out, man.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
And the tickets were so expensive.
But again, it's cool to be like, the UFC's going such in the dumps. They've only got 25% of the tickets sold. It's like, buddy, you looked at that fucking 4 weeks ago.
But I think the only problem really is too, like when the UFC puts out like its peak product, people will come.
100%. When the UFC
if you build it, they will. If you build it, they will come.
When the UFC makes an effort, they're gonna sell it, and they know that.
Those fights that are kind of like, I guess, yeah.
And UFC knows that. UFC's like, yeah, no, we get it.
So yeah, I just think that it's kind of, and I think a lot of people have already talked about this, but the fact that there's just such a high demand of events that needs to happen and not enough stars yet, because when those stars are aligned and they are fighting, they outdo themselves.
There's nobody better.
Yeah. It's just they have too many cards to fill in.
Yeah, there's just not enough. It's impossible. Oh, the old nine fight win streak curse. So Khamzat is on a 9-fight win streak, loss. DDP win streak ended at 9. Israel ended at 9. Whitaker ended at 9. Weidman ended at 9. All as middleweight champions.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty damn good. Like, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like the 27-year-old curse.
Crazy,
That
right?
thing, yeah,
Yes.
the champion.
In music.
Cool.
Oh, music.
Yeah. Like Kurt Cobain and all them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was it 27 or was it 33?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Though. So Dana White said that he's going to be one of the promoters for the Joshua.
No, you got to. No, this is old. So the Dana White.
new.
No, it's not. Dana White, the press conference. See, that's on Friday, May 8th, Chin.
That's not old.
It
It's
is
11th
old.
right
No,
now.
I'm telling you, it's old. So at the press conference, they asked him about it, and they go, "So you're taking part in the Fury Joshua?" And he goes, "We'll see."
I think he was being vague on purpose because he's doing something behind the scenes right now. He's definitely pulling some funny business.
I think he'll be involved in it.
Okay.
I
so
think
this
he's
is-
more involved than we even think because I think.
I told you guys, well,
that smirk on
he's
his
just
face.
a promoter. Is that like how involved can he? He's just he's
Yeah.
not. He's just a promoter.
But he had
but-
like a smirk on his face. Like, oh, we'll see. And I was like, ooh, what does that mean?
So this is him and Aaron
it's
going
like,
back and forth
he's just
about
gonna
this.
promote it. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, it's not like he's fucking pulling the strings. But then also what he did is they asked him about Conor at the post-fight press conference. And he was like, nothing's official yet, but I'm pretty confident.
He says, I'm very confident it's going to happen. Like, that's why I was like, it's not
and this is how I do think it's basically a done deal, and they're waiting on the right time to do it. And I think if Rousey and Gina Carano had more hype, they would drop that trump card Wednesday or Thursday. Be like, cool, that thing, and they still might do that. But I think they're like, yeah, this thing's gonna eat dick anyways. Let's just
Yeah.
hold it. Let's not take away anything from the White House.
Honestly, it was so funny in that press conference. He was like, after he said that about the Fury, all that, he goes, have I ever said something at a press conference and I went, hey man, you promised the ghost of Bruce Lee was going to come fight at the White House.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
you told us
Yes,
the
you
best
have
fight
said
card
that things
ever.
are going to
Yeah.
happen that don't.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I never over promise. I was like,
He's chilling with Nina there. They're smoking cigars, probably a little whiskey. He's like, yeah, Joshua. Like it started to come out.
that's a weird relationship.
It is weird. He goes, yeah, I'm promoting that.
I see. I don't think it's weird.
When he was like, let me see your feet, that was weird.
He said that?
That was a couple, not
Well,
this one.
because she had a big thing online about her feet, right? People are obsessed with her feet. Listen, pretty talented girl. He's the face of the company. I don't think there's any funny business there.
He's like, let me see your feet. And he goes, nice toes.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see Dana on the Breakfast Club?
yeah.
I didn't see it.
far-
I saved it so I could watch it later, but I didn't get a chance to watch it
out
yet.
far the kid. But yeah, Charlemagne. But that's what Charlemagne does, right? He just goes in. He goes in on people.
Yeah, it's the first time Dana too. Like he's outside the bubble. Like they took the guardrails off. If he's bowling, they took the kiddie bumpers off because usually he controls all the media. People toss him cupcakes like slap fight's incredible. How do you do it? Hey man, And so he knows the questions. They go on Breakfast Club, and he's
They will hold your feet to the fire.
Oh, did you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, it's awkward.
Yeah.
And Dana back in the day used to light these people. He would be ready to go, but they must not have ran through the questions beforehand.
No.
And he's asking about, why aren't you taking accountability for hitting your wife? You expect the fighters to. You're supposed to take 4 weeks off. You only took 2 weeks. Like
Charlemagne
tearing
asked
into
the
him.
hard questions.
It was, and Dana just wasn't ready. He's never going back there again.
No.
He's like, what the fuck? I made text.
Charlemagne's pressed gang members.
Yeah.
Before.
Dude, this one, you got to watch it. It's worth a watch.
I think Dana handled stuff fairly well considering, but yeah,
He didn't answer the questions. He was
But no, you said-
babbling all over.
Usually he
Was
would
it?
be like, boom, boom, boom.
He's usually ready to go, but he
Yeah.
was like, listen.
Little stutter step.
He's like, it's tough, And, I take accountability, and it's just like, what? Oh, you weren't ready to go at all.
Hold this for later because I need to see this
Yeah.
because I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's great.
It's good.
It's awkward.
So tune in to Fire the Kid. This is okay. You know how we didn't see the sides of the belt of the Freedom 250 belt? So this is the sides of it here.
Only four of these belts exist. And then it's got 1776 to 2026. There's 250 stars for 250 years. There's 60 carats of diamonds on the belt. And on the side here is the White House.
See that? Yeah.
White House, South Lawn. This one is actually going to go on the Apex, where we have all of our belts represented. But this will say the champion's name, whoever wins the fight, and So it's a one-of-one belt.
Of course. As unique as a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
That's pretty much. Just want to show you the side, which is going to be the White House.
Nate Burleson didn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, cool, man. So anyways, he's not a hardcore, He's like, yeah, very cool. You got a red, white belt, man.
And this is obviously it has to be fake, but someone said this is leaked.
No way.
Let me see.
This is a notes for Trump when the fighter came to visit the Oval Office. See, this is Alex.
The Cyril Gone one's funny.
Yeah.
Who is this big, beautiful gun, right? That's hilarious.
They all come from extreme poverty, just mentioned.
Must mention.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So Mohammed Mokaev, he's out of his fight. That's another loss, which is not a huge one, but that's definitely a
that
loss.
was the best fight on the card.
Yeah.
Like matchup wise. And he couldn't get over because of visa issues or something?
Visa issues, yeah.
Visa?
Of all things. I mean, you would imagine that they would have that figured out, but I don't know, man. It must be
all
tough.
things, dude.
Yeah. But then he's fighting, now Pumi's going to be fighting. Pumi's like someone that Ray Longo has been talking about forever. It's like one of the best.
Netflix, of all people, couldn't get
I don't,
cleared up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
They're not in the fight business.
Yeah.
They
But still,
don't
the
have
power that
strings
Netflix has.
the UFC has.
Yeah. But Netflix is worldwide.
But they're not dealing with commissions.
Yeah.
If you want a TV show to get fucking made, you go to them. Not if you're trying to get your fighter from
That's still weird, though.
a third world country into the United States for a fight.
Yeah.
All right, this is Daniel Cormier kind of messing up on Tatsuro Taira's resume.
I was listening to this and I was like,
It happens. It happens,
dude.
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
it happens all the
this
time.
is- But the way
Pantoja beat fucking Islam Makhachev
Did you say that?
a long time ago.
DC
that
says
what
it with conviction too. DC's like, "Blah." It's all.
I've seen that in the fan questions before, and I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I mean, when you talk for fucking
Yeah.
a billion hours, you make some mistakes.
35 dog to a contender in Tatsuro Taira. It speaks to who Tatsuro Taira actually is and who he has been and what he's put on paper to this point. Here's the thing about Tatsuro Taira. So many people believe that his grappling is grappling. He has shown an ability to fight on the feet. He beat he beat Kai Kara France on the feet.
Oh, he
before
was
got him
reaching
on the
there.
ground.
He beat,
This guy can fight everywhere inside the octagon. But Joshua Van, 35 dog.
Yeah, he fucked up there.
Yeah,
it happens. I'll tell you what, it happens too, especially at flyweight.
Yeah, they're not paying.
I don't
attention.
forget.
You don't cover them a lot. It's not the most famous division. Like even I got to look up some shit where I'm like, flyweight, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Flyweight.
Sometimes you got to look at the division before you start
Flyweight's
talking.
to be fair, when it comes to women's division and flyweight, it's just, hey man, be cool. We're talking about heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, 155. I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it gets a little dicey for me.
All right,
God,
this is
listen,
Hokit's.
I'm a Hokit fan, and he's just a product of society and everything. And I get why he's doing it. Obviously, everyone's talking about him. It's too much for me. I was like, he's kind of fucking up this good thing, man.
Can we all acknowledge Ilia's ability to find the chin no matter what he does?
I know, hit him right in the fucking face.
Yeah, right on the chin.
It's just uncalled for. Like, I could understand like doing it to your opponent, but he's going for a Poetan. He's going for Ilia. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of cringy. But again, that's what he does, you know. But here's my question, and I'm a Hokit fan. His football background, I root for those guys, right? Because we're cut from the same cloth. I root for him. Is Hokit just is he one of those guys where in a year, let's say he loses, Derek Lewis loses next one. In a year, do you remember that hockey guy? Really crazy shit he was doing? Because right now we're putting up with it because he had that insane performance. And we're like, dude, this is okay, dude. This is what he does. He wins. As soon as he loses, buddy, there's no more press conferences. There's no more interviews like this. They're not going to give him the ability to do this wild shit. So his trains as long as he's winning. As soon as he loses, this is all gone.
We've seen it before. Conor McGregor. As soon as when he got choked, he still can't live down no matter what. If he can make a post about like little kids' health, and people will show McGregor, McChicken, you got choked out by Khabib. Like when you do that much talking, you have to back it up, because the minute that you lose, people can't wait to jump on you.
Like Conor's really not going for other guys like outside the division, or like why is Poton catching strays, or why is fucking Ilia like it's
after a while of winning, there's just people who just like hate to see someone doing that well, because they just want to see someone's downfall. Because seeing the downfall is almost as big as seeing the come up.
Yeah, with Hokit though, it's I don't know, man. I don't know.
I love Sean being so unbothered this whole time.
Dude, how about Sugar Sean? They didn't ask him a single question
That's
at press day.
I forgot he was there.
I know. Bo Nickel just was like, fuck it, I'm going to do the glow up.
Bo Nickel with his news reporter hair.
Right?
He looks like that kid from that TV show.
Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
People hate on Bo Nickel too. He's another one.
So yeah, you guys basically pretty much summarized everything. And this is where, Ilia kind of stands up for him.
Watch how he hits him right on the chin too.
But this is what Hokit wants, right? It's a very WWE thing.
Look how small he is, man.
Ilia's got that dog in him.
100% he would fight him. And then Alex stands up with a...
Ilia's not scared of anybody. Cue the comments. Nick wants to suck Ilia's dick.
I mean, yeah, Ilia's a tough dude, but that'd be a tough one.
No, he's not going to win that.
Yeah. I'm kind of with fucking Strickland on this.
So
and listen,
Strickland,
I'm all for wild shit and getting your name out there. Sean Strickland goes, this is wild come from me, but Josh goes way too far.
Yeah.
Chandler's wife, Ilia Topuria's ex. I know it's a WWE thing, but it's too much. I'm kind of with Sean. I was like, yeah, it is a lot, man.
There's voting poll right here too. Like Josh is funny versus stop and be himself. 68% said be himself. 32% said.
Oh, there's no going back now. He can't just be like, all right, dropping the shtick. Now that I'm at a high level, it's like he has to.
It's like Hugh Hefner telling you you've had too much sex.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
He's like, you need to chill out. If Sean Strickland says it, you got to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, but like going after Chandler, Ilia Topuria, it's like these guys. There's not even. I mean, it just. I don't know, man. And I root for Hokit. I want to see him win, but it's just like this stuff's tough.
I do think he's going to win, though, especially this fight.
We'll see. Depends how he fights.
That being said, I don't know how he does once he gets a little higher in the division.
I know.
Because Derek is,
Derek gave up last fight.
Yeah.
Straight up gave up. Cody Garbrandt, Adrian Yana is an amazing fight.
Yeah, that's about an announcement. That's a dope fight. I don't know. I like them both too, man. So.
Oh, yeah,
Kinda
Cody's my
sucks.
boy, but
I saw the funniest UFC meme. It was all the goats talking to each other, and you see like this guy doing impressions of everybody. He does like Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva, GSP, and then the door opens, and it's because it has like the label over their head, and it said Cody Garbrandt for 5 minutes back in.
fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, is that it, Chin?
I guess so, man.
We've gone so long today. We'll get to fan questions on Thursday's episode. Then, of course, Sunday is all fan questions. If you want to submit your fan question, go ahead and submit it in this episode right now in the YouTube comments below. Put fan question, Nick, Chin, see them. I read them. They get answered. We'll do it on Thursday's show. We'll do it on Saturdays. Thursday will be heavy MVP Netflix card breakdown. And I'm sure there'll be some other news. All right. Love you guys. See me around the field. Come say what's up. I'm all over the place. Till next time, I'm out.